Hello and welcome to Weaste Allotments. My name is Mark and it's the 31st of July 2014. Come down today to do a bit of weeding. I was going to water the plants but the rain helped me out there, so no need to do any watering. A couple of stories, one of the chickens and one of the strawberries, both disasters, but have both been avoided. Might as well start with the chickens. The last video that I did, the day after, the chickens come to feed the chickens, and there were 4 on the floor, heads down on the floor, tongues out, frothing at the mouth, eyes rolling about in their heads, in a right mess. The other 4 were okay. But these particular 4 was really the death's door basically. So just about to wring the necks and put them out of the misery when my mate George, Irish lad, comes walking past. And I says, "Hey George," I said, "you know a bit about chickens." Well, he was brought up on a farm, and they used to breed the chickens for meat and eggs. So he knew every disease what they suffer from. So he come walking over and he says, "Oh, big Jesus," he says, "you've got sunstroke, mate." He says, "have you got a big bucket?" I said, "Well, no, I've not got a bucket." So I've got a trough. He says, "Fill it up with water and let's get to work." So anyhow, I filled the bucket. It's inside the chicken pen in a minute. I'll show you in a minute. The thing what basically saved the lives. Anyhow, I filled it full of water. He grabs hold of the chicken. Well, he didn't grab hold, he just picked it up. It was just not moving on the ground. It was completely. Another couple of hours it'd have been dead. All 4 of them would have been dead. So he gets hold of it, into water, right up to its neck. He says it needs to be in here for about 3 minutes. He said, "Let it." He said, "Don't worry about it when you see it's flapping about, struggling." He said, "That's perfectly all right." And now 3 minutes went up, and this chicken's going potty. They just let it go. It jumped out straight underneath the coop. So he did the same with the other 3 birds. He says, "Right, tonight when you come home, grab hold of them, 3 minutes in the water, cool them down." So you're bringing the body temperature down. So what it is, they're overeating. So what you're going to have to do as well is put some sort of a screen over where the sun's coming round from the south, because that's what's happening in the morning. The sun hits them and it basically cooks them. So this went on for 3 days. Now the chickens, the first day, they couldn't even open their eyes. The second day, their eyes was open. They were still sat down on the ground. Again, it was in the water. Twice I did it, in the morning, in the evening. The third day, they were stood up. The 4th day, they started eating again. The 5th day, they were running around like chickens do. So I didn't lose any chickens, but the egg production, I was getting 8 eggs a day, is stopped. I'm getting between 3 and 4 eggs a day at the moment. Obviously the birds was that stress, put under a lot of stress with the heat stroke, so they've stopped laying at the moment. So far this morning they've had half a lettuce, but I've just been given this lot here. I don't know if you can see it. Load of Boatis lettuce. A friend of mine, John's, just brought over for me to give to chickens. I give him eggs from time to time. So if any scraps like, he normally just bring them over for me. In fact, he throws them through the door, for chickens like, and they feed themselves. So yeah, that was an happy ending with the chickens. It could have so easily been a sad ending. If George, Irish lad, wouldn't have come walking past, they would have been dead. Talking about George, I don't know if you remember, I was talking about the strawberries. But where this camera is now, there's a strawberry bed. The strawberries are heritage varieties, and they've done absolutely terrible this year. I've had 12 pounds of strawberries, and we're talking a 13 by 6.5 foot space, and it's crammed with strawberries. The thing is, the first part of the year, it rained constantly, so there was under like 3 inches of water, and then for for the last 2 months, it basically just baked the ground, and it's like splits all over the ground. It's set like concrete. I spent an hour last night pumping water just into this bed alone. I mean, we're talking holes coming out at a rate of, well, I must have put 1,000 litres of water into this bed, and it just sort of went down these fissures and just disappeared. That's how dry this bed is. So anyhow, he saw it. He seen the strawberries. Oh dearie, he says. So I'll sort you some strawberries out, some proper strawberries for next year. So I'll have them all ready. Give me a few months. This was about 8 weeks ago. I was walking past his plot 2 days ago. He says, Mark, he says, I've got your strawberries ready. He says, how many did you want? I says, well, he said, well, I've done your 100. Done me 100. And we're talking, they're about 6 inches high, 7 inches high. I'll show them you. I put them in the front beds. There's 2 front beds where I said I was going to put the strawberries. I've removed the onions out of there now. They're at home in my greenhouse drying out. So now I've put the strawberries into these beds. So he gave me 100 of these strawberries. Now if you go to B&Q and you look how much strawberries are, they're about £2.50 each. And these things are like 5 times better. So it brings me back to this heritage, these heritage strawberries here. Pink champagne or something like that. I can't remember all the names, so like I say. So the thing is, what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig them up. I'm digging them all up, and they're probably going to end up in the bin, these lot, in the compost bin. I know there's a few people been eyeing them up thinking, oh, don't throw them away, we'll have them, but they're coming up to 3 years old now. There's a lot of runners which I've cut and set, but what I'm going to do, this bed's going to be emptied. I've just got to I mean, I can't at the moment, my shoulder's frozen, so I can't even use a shovel. Just moving my shoulder is a job in itself, really. I've got constant pain in it, so I can't dig it over at the moment, so I'm just leaving well be, as it is. But when I do start digging it, if anybody wants any strawberries, I'm going to be they can have them. But if it was me, I wouldn't bother, because like I say, they've passed the sell-by date, really. Been planting a few things the last couple of days. Nothing's showing at the moment. I've put a load of peas in there on a frame. There was a pea frame in one bed. I've took all the peas out of there now, and I've swapped the frame over to another bed and put another load of peas in. So I'm hoping they're going to start coming up the side of this frame that I made shortly. Carrots are doing alright. I put 2 lines of carrots, and Slug has managed to get a third of the way down the line of one of them, so I really need to sow them again. My parsnips, I can't work out which are parsnips and which are weeds, and there's like 2 rows of these things, so I've left the weeds in there, because when the weeds get to a certain size, I know what's what, and I can pull them out, and whatever's left obviously is the parsnips. I pollinated me sweet corn. That's doing fine now, getting some nice cobs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag the camera off its stand. I'll turn the camera around here so you can see the chickens. I'll show you this screen. Now that blue screen there is it's self-facing, and that's been taking the sun off the chickens. I don't know if you can see the chickens running around there, but I assure you there's still 8 chickens in there. They're all perfectly fine. They're all preening themselves at the moment. And when I throw this these lettuce in a minute, they'll go absolutely bonkers. I'm going to take the camera off in a minute, and I'm going to show you the thing what saved their life, really. Right, so let's undo this thing. It's a bit awkward, but I'll back the camera out. Right, let's go down around here. And where I've been sat is just here. That's my flask. I was going to have a drink, but I thought I'd get the video out of the way. Right, there's one lot of carrots, and there's another load of carrots, and you see there where about a third of the way down the slugs have managed to have them. Now somewhere in the middle of these here, there's actually parsnips. There's the frame that I've just put up, and I just put two lots of different types of peas down either side. These are the corn. I mean, there's one or two on each one. You could give them a bit of that. Pollinate them. Give them a rattle about. Right, so let's have a look in here. There are the chicks. There they all are. There's 4 there. There's another one up the back. There's probably one on the nest inside there. I just cleaned the actual chicken coop out. I put brand new sawdust in and brand new hay. Now I see that black bucket down there with the water in. There's a few bits of wood chip floating in it. That's what I put the chickens in and held them down. And that's what revived them and saved their lives, believe it or not. Just holding them down in that water for 3 minutes in the morning and 3 minutes in the evening, around about 6 o'clock, has actually brought them back. I'll see which one's chickens. That one there, the one with it's got a black band on, with its back to it, and the one what's just going past the feeding pot with the red band, there was at death's door. I mean, there was lay flat on the ground, not moving. I'll just show you if I can't see the other two. The one with the white band over there, there's another one. That was another one that was on death's door. And there was one more with an orange band. I don't know where she is. I think she's down here watching me. I think that's her there. Yeah, there she is. She was on death's door as well. So I pulled them back from the brink. So I suggest what I was going to need to say, just a little word of warning to everyone who's got chickens. Make sure they've got adequate protection from that sun, because they dead easy get heat stroke, and like I say, if you leave them long enough they end up dead. Right, that's enough about the chickens. Looking at what we're looking at here is celery. This is my celery. There's about 30 odd there. Just they're starting to, well, be able to eat them in a couple of weeks. And they're the, oh god, globe artichokes. They're filling out. Like I say, I've got my corn in, and I've got my broccoli, not my broccoli, my I'm trying to think what they are now. Brussels sprouts. Then I've got a few spring cabbage there. I've been taking the spring cabbage up, as you can see. There's a few spaces here. Then I've got Savoy cabbage here. Some of them are doing alright, some of them ain't. Like I say, this drought's actually cracking everything, all the soil up. The leeks are looking really well. And these are the cone cabbage. I've been having I've had about 6 or 7 cone cabbage as well. I'll be taking a few more of them today, I would imagine. I put some Swedes in here. I need to thin these out. There's a sort of, I just piled them in. I've got a few more spaces there where I can put stuff. These are supposed to be cos lettuce, these, but they're not. I don't think they are cos lettuce. You never know. I forget what they are. Obviously, the lettuce. Is it pachoy? I can't pronounce it. That's blown now. There's flowers on it. They'll be coming out shortly. My celeriac's doing alright. Grown that from seed. You got me geraniums and my marigolds around my pond here. There's actually, see the goldfish. Let's just dive down, little bugger. I'll show you there's goldfish in there, and the koi carp as well. Got some duckweed on the top. Got to keep the eye on that, because that can spread right over the top of the pond. And I've got some kubomba, which is oxygenating plant. So it actually puts oxygen into the water. So this is the strawberry bed which I was on about, which was a disaster, and it's going to be dug over, and all these strawberries can disappear and can go to anyone who wants them, if they want them. Other than that, they just go straight into the compost bin. Let's move on. It's like United Nations on here at the moment. I mean, look at these here, there's flags everywhere. They've got the stars and stripes. There's one guy's gone right over the top there. He's got about 6 or 7 flags there, United Nations. There's the Welsh flag there. You're probably wondering, have we got a British flag? Oh God, there's more flags gone up here. Look at these ones. You can see these ones over here. These have just gone up today, these buggers. Flags everywhere. There's the Welsh flag, there's the stars and stripes. The British flag's right down the bottom there. But anyhow, I want to back it off a bit. Whoops, gone the wrong way there. I won't go in the greenhouse. Yeah, United Nations. Right. Well, I think I need to start picking some more of these. I'm sick of tomatoes now. As you can see, the bloody things are everywhere. Them ones there, cherry tomatoes, they do taste nice. Cherries all over. Then I've got golden sunshine. They're the golden sunshine inside there. These are money makers. Oh no, sorry, the gardener's delight, these ones. They're plum tomatoes. Hang on, some right ones there. They're the plum tomatoes there. Early girl at the back. We come up to here, and there's which ones are these? I think these are outdoor girl. These ones. These are outdoor girl. Oh, we missed the. Well, that's got bigger again. That's a cucumber. I've had about 8 cucumbers off this plant. Oh, my grapes. I've got some grapes there as well. There's 4 grapes on that. Now here's the grapevine. Where the grape is there now, was how big this was about 4 months ago, and it's gone all the way up the top of this side here, all along the top of to the top of the roof. That goes all the way down, and it's almost at the end of the greenhouse. What I need to do is put another one of these brackets here, just here, so this can sit along there. And then what I'm going to do is train it to come back on itself, and then cut the end off it. These are all my chilies and my peppers. I mean, all different colours now. I don't know whether these are ready for eating. Someone might be able to tell me about them. Like the yellows and the oranges. I mean, that one, was that ready for eating? Here's some bell peppers here. There's some big ones in here. Look at that one there. And if you move these leaves, and they're just everywhere. Chilies over here, starting to go red now. Yeah, so there's a lot of activity going on here. Here's some leeks. I've bloody put water in them and they've flattened them. I hope they come back. I've got more leeks over there. They'll be going out again in around about October. Right, let's get out of here because the temperature. Look at that temperature there. 111, call it 112 degrees it is. That's with the window open and the door open. I can barely breathe. Right, good God. So hot. I want to show you these here. These are my flounders poppies. These come off the flounders battlefields, these. I'm not too sure if it's Belgium. France, Belgium. I should be ashamed of myself for not knowing it. I think I'm right though. And there's some more over there. I put them in commemoration of the First World War, which no doubt will be celebrated in the next week or two. These are my dahlias. I've got some lovely dahlias. Some of them are falling over now. I need to cut them back. Marigolds again. Loads and loads of I love marigolds. All different colour marigolds. More dahlias, a few deadheads there, I'll have to take them off. More dahlias starting to come up. Again, dahlias, more dahlias. These are all black currants I'm leaving for the birds, and again there's a load of raspberries I'm leaving for birds, and gooseberries. Look at all them gooseberries on the floor down there. I'm leaving them for the birds to eat. I've had my fill, so I'll give some back to nature. Again, all these berries here, they're all dried up now. Like I said, let the birds eat them for winter. I'll just leave them there. Here's my raspberries. My other raspberries starting to come up now. Raspberries there, here. They're all starting to push through. Them ones there are actually nettles, I think. Yep, they're nettles. I'll need to get in there with a pair of gloves and pull them buggers out before I mistake them for raspberries and get stung off them. Although apparently they're a good cure then for if you got anything wrong with your hands, like tinnitus, or is it tinnitus? Where your hands go, you get tingling in your hands. Now that's what I suffer from. My fingers go numb all the time, and like I say, apparently if you get the stinging nettles and you run them across them, they bring the sensation back into your hand. Well, they do for me anyhow. So it's pretty cool actually. I actually get the feeling. I've got no feeling in my fingers. Right, so here we go. Forget about the hands and what have you, me being a moaning bugger. Here's the strawberries. These is what we've just been given. There's this bed here, and there's this bed here, and there's just absolutely, there's about 50 in each one of these. And like I say, George, got to thank him. The bottom of my heart, he's really come good on these, and I say each one of them, if you go in B&Q, are about £2.50 each. They're not cheap, and every one of them is a corker. So I'm hoping this year I'm going to have some lovely strawberries. Let's go and show you this thing here, what's in the compost bin. Thought I'd make good use of it. Right, inside here, a couple of pumpkins and a squash. Don't tell me which, well, I think this one's the squash. Here, the others are pumpkins. It's all been sold. Although the guy who gave them has changed his mind that many times on what they are, I've tended to give up. So we'll wait until we see something before we actually say what it really is. That's 3 plants. It's starting to come over the top now. So I'm going to train these to come down and around this. I mean, this is compost. This is my compost bin. Ooh, look at that. Oh, is that a worm? Oh, nice worm there. This is really good compost. Right, what else will I show you? Well, I said I was going to do these, but I've let myself down really. I've not even bothered with them. I'm thinking of doing something else. Like I said, I'm constantly changing my mind. I ain't even put these paving stones down yet because I can't lift them. My back's that bad. My son brought me 2 of these. There's one in the chicken pen for them to scratch the claws and the beaks on to sharpen them. Here's my trailing lobelia. Love this. This is absolutely, get me back to the wind. And marigolds. And the last thing I want to show you, I haven't got a video of it, but I have actually got a picture of, let's just put this thing here on the stand. That's my makeshift door stopper. Right, some pellets there, chicken pellets. Now what I'll show you now is that's the resident fox. I got him legging it past my mate's plot Paul over on the other side of the allotments. It was about 6 o'clock in the morning. I missed the vixen by seconds, but I did catch him, and they've actually got cubs. They've got 4 cubs, and I missed each one of them as well. They're about as big as the mother, and they legged it underneath the fence before they had a chance to take a picture of him. But that's our resident fox. and that's the little bugger who used to sit where my chickens are now, on the back of my plot. I used to have a chair. If you look back in the earlier videos, you'll see a little bench at the side of a red shed. And where that red shed is and that bench is where the chicken pen is now. And used to sit there while I was working. Never bothered it. Never, you know, I just come on it or sit down, bugger off. And the vixen used to sit on the paving stone at the side of the shed. Well, that's where my chickens are now. That's why I've had to secure everything really bad, you know, securely. And there's paving stones all the way around. That's a bit of a mishmash in here. And I've got a dog thing here, so my chickens take ill, I can put them in that and take them to the vet and have them looked at. Some garlic's got to go. That'll be going in around about October. I'll be putting that garlic in there. That's my little stove there. Works perfectly. What else have we got in here? Oh, we've got all sorts of stuff. Got an heater there. Got an heater here as well. Looks like Wally off the cartoon thing when it's turned round. Gas bottles, there's some gas in them. Paid pennies for them. These are my egg boxes. A friend of mine says, I said to him, so I've got no bloody egg boxes to put any eggs in, so no one can have any eggs there. Problem solved. That's another Irish friend of mine. He said, problem solved, Mark. I said, what's that? He says, you'll see. And then next day, all this lot turned up. Six packs. These are, you can put 36 bloody eggs in there, and then you can put 18 eggs in. So I've got plenty of eggs. These are my buckets that I grow my potatoes in. I'll be buying another 10 of these, because I'm doing 30 buckets next year of spuds. Like I said, I had some cracking weights. There's one or two there over £10 in weight. I've done a couple of videos, showing the doing the reveals, and like I say, £10, £9.5, £10. I was getting £6. There's different varieties. I grew 6 varieties of spuds. The ones what seemed to do the best was the Duke York. I had over £10.5 of them spuds per bucket. It was crazy. I mean, the buckets are 30-litre buckets. So yeah, I think there's a video there telling you how I grew them, what I put in the soil and what have you. But I did grow them put them in the greenhouse. I started them off in the greenhouse, and then put them outside. So there you go. That's the latest update. Like I said, 2 little stories there about the chickens and about the strawberries. A lot of white butterflies flying around as well, I've just noticed. Cabbage whites. Well, when I get my cabbages up in the next week or 2, they won't be bothering me. They can fly anywhere they want on this plot. Before I go, I will say I've still we've got to sort them 2 trees out there. Well, there's no life in them at the moment. I'm thinking leave them until next year, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another couple of trees and put them either side of the actual trees, so if they do come up, I can move the smaller trees. If they don't, I can rip the bigger tree up and leave the smaller ones in. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm starting to look now for 2 more trees, maybe 3 trees actually, because I want to make an edge right along the centre of the plot. I want to make an edge of fruit trees. That's the intention. I didn't show you the blueberries over there under the net. We've had about £2 of blueberries off that bush, and again there must be another £2 of blueberries on it. I've got apples, I've got plums. So I'm not done too bad. Right, I'm going to end the video now. I'll try and get this uploaded today. If not, maybe tomorrow. Like I said, I've got a lot of things going on. I've got a match tomorrow morning, fishing match. I don't know why they want it on a Friday. It's because it's a double header. They're stopping there in I think it's called Blake Hall in Cheadle. So if this gets uploaded today. Anyone want to come down, go on to Blake Hall, go on to the peninsula. You can't miss me. My name's on my back, Mark Davison. I say I'll be match fishing there. You're all welcome to come down and say hiya. But that's where I am tomorrow. I'm not fishing Saturday on there. I'm having a break because I can only manage one match probably every 2 weeks. So they wanted me to fish the 2 of them, so it just can't be done. Alright, I'll see you until the next one. Goodbye for now.